Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Sat Show. I hope you guys are having an amazing day today. I'm sorry for not uploading once again. I know I didn't upload for like 7 days, then I uploaded last week, and then I didn't upload for like another week again. And this is because I had a lot of assignments that were due, and yeah, it kind of just got overwhelming for me. And yeah, believe me, I really wanted to post. There was a lot of stuff going in the market, but it's fine. So in this video, I'm actually going to be covering what's going on with the overall market and what I think the SPY is going to do, or what the SPY is probably going to do over the next couple of weeks, and also cover some new news on Nano Dimensions and another stock that I actually did enter, which I called out to my TikTok members. Link in the description for that. I'm sorry for not being here for you guys to remind you to buy the dips. However, I hope you guys did. Over the last month, the SPY actually pulled back around 4.5% on this chart. However, on my Apple stocks chart, it says 5.5%. And that's a pretty large correction in the SPY. And I think a lot of new retail investors that came into the scene recently probably got really scared and got shaken out. And guys, I've been in this market for a while now, and I've seen tremendous pullbacks, and the whole point of investing is to have a long-term outlook. And if the fundamentals of a company does not change, there's no reason to sell the shares. When the stock price of a company comes down, it actually means that you have a lower risk as an investor. Now, the reason that we say buy the dips is because last year we actually started a new bull trend. So a new bull trend is started when there is more than a 30% reduction in the SPY, and as you can see, when the CV19 crash happened, the SPY actually pulled back more than 30%. And after a 30% correction, we usually have a multi-year bull market, and the fact that we had a V-shaped recovery like this means that this trend is probably going to continue for a couple years. So any small short-term corrections is nothing really to fear about. So Nano Dimensions actually had a huge day today because the SPY started to kind of recover and actually went up a whopping 19.25%, guys. A lot of our picks like Nano Dimensions and NEO went up like 20%. Tesla did 20% as well, I think, too. And Cathie Woods aggressively bought the dips as well, so that means that they haven't really given up on the company. I feel like Nano Dimensions had a really high sell-off compared to the rest of the market. It reduced over 50% from its peak like a month ago. So like if you guys were accumulating Nano Dimensions shares around this area, like that's basically like a perfect entry, because the cash balance alone of this company I think converts to about $5.63 or 83 around $6 per share. And guys, whenever the market's selling off and a lot of small caps are dropping, you usually see a lot of articles saying avoid these stocks, has potential but is too risky. They just post this because it gets more clicks, because people see that the stock is down like 54% in a month, and like, yeah, the risk literally decreases when the stock price goes down. So these articles aren't really a good thing to really follow. So guys, I'm sorry for being pretty late to this. However, I'm going to tell you guys anyways, because I didn't really see a lot of YouTubers talking about this. So last week, the Nano Dimensions CEO Yoav Stern had a interview with the Redshift Money Report, and in this interview, he actually discussed a couple important things. He discussed the revenues that are going to be coming for the company, and yeah, as you can see right here, they actually have their earnings on March 11th. And also, he also discusses what type of companies they're looking to acquire, and he also mentions a new machine that's coming out by the end of the year. So Yoav Stern actually says the reason why it's taking so long for an acquisition to go through, and it's because of SPACs actually. So special acquisition companies are basically, they merge with a private company to get directly listed onto the stock market. And essentially SPACs have been going crazy lately. As you can see, Nikola Motors was one in the summer. More recent ones was like MP Materials and Desktop Metal, and basically the valuations of these companies are skyrocketing because the SPAC values, a lot of retail investors just hop in, and yeah, they're kind of looked at short-term trades, and this is affecting the private equity market, because now when the companies want to buy out a company or do a stock purchase of a company, they're being evaluated at a forward PE of like, well, I can't really tell you the forward PE, but they're basically being overvalued. That's what Yoav Stern said. And he's not trying to pay for companies at an overvalued price. And he actually also stated what type of companies he's going to be acquiring. So the first one is going to be a smaller cap company with a much smaller revenue, around 50 million. Take it in, Nano Dimensions last year revenue was about 3 million, so this is still a lot more. Yeah, but basically a $50 million company that has a lot of synergistic elements to it, such as probably IPs and patents that they need, and another company that has around 200 million of revenue. And this will obviously be extremely bullish for Nano Dimensions because that revenue is much higher than what they are making now. So it would actually value the stock at a much higher price, since it's already like, so before it pulled back, it was already like $20 per share, which I think was kind of overvalued. However, after they do make those acquisitions, there'll be revenues to back up those numbers. Lastly, I want to say a SPAC that I actually entered. It's actually Holicity, ticker symbol HOL. They're merging with a company called Astra, and you probably heard of Dead Inside talk about this company. I looked into it, and they also recently had a deal with NASA as well, and it's been hit really hard from the pullback. It was at like $21 per share, pulled back about 40%, and I'd say getting in at this level is still getting it at an extreme discount, because if this stock is added to ARKX like Dead Inside claims it might be, then I can easily see this company going like to $40 per share, since it was already at 20 before.